everyone, welcome to the Captain's Video Blog. We are Friday, November the 4th, 2016, and Marseille lost to Montpellier 3-1, a fucking blowout. No, I'm just saying, since Garcia arrived, well, I mean, actually, it's the first goal in a league match that was scored by Thauvin at the 52nd minute. Yeah. One thing that has been, really said as a good thing for Marseille was the newfound defense. The defensive ability of Marseille against Paris, against Bordeaux, especially against Paris. Tonight was not a night where that was good. It was. I mean, everyone had a very poor performance tonight. God damn it, I'm choking on spit. Very poor performance from pretty much everyone besides obviously Thauvin, who, I mean, he's amazing, and he looks like he will give his blood, sweat, and tears for the white jersey. So good on him. And Lopez, who I think for the second match in a row had the ball around 100 times, which is pretty fucking amazing actually for a player his age. He did not disappoint. Thauvin did not disappoint. Who disappointed? Pretty much everyone else. I mean, in the defense, that was bad. Even there were the four defenders, and there was Diarra, who most often than not was acting as a fifth defender, and yet 3 goals. But yeah, really one thing that Montpellier has been able to do was apparently make the whole defense fucking stupid, because as soon as one guy, one striker, I think most often it was either Boudebouz or Sanson who had the ball, and he just acted as a magnet for Marseille defenders. They flocked to the guy who had the ball, leaving huge spaces for, well, basically the whole other offensive line or whatever. That's how the first goal happened. That's how the second goal happened. That's how the third goal happened, and that's how even more goals would have happened if Montpellier had just been able to be more precise on the target. Because even Pelé wasn't good. Apparently the only way he can stop balls is when they are shot at him, because the second goal, he nearly had it. Besides Lopez and Thauvin, you can't really think of anything good. Njie was he can run, but he's not there to be in the axis. He's not there to be a center forward. He is a winger. That's what his speed is supposed to be for. And obviously Gomis wasn't there, and Leia Iseka did a silly, but I don't know, put Rabiar if you must put someone in the front of the offense. The 75 minutes that Njie played, he only was onside like a couple of times. Like there were 10 offsides for Marseille this match. That is an awful lot. The 4-3-3 didn't work this time. The 4-2-3-1 worked a little bit more, which is strange because I am always the first one to say Oh god damn it, the 4-2-3-1. It's a meme formation. Um, Now this time it worked better. Um, Obviously, you cannot do shit with Alessandrini. I mean, I want him to have his level when he played in Rennes, but that seems to be only wishful thinking. And Cabela, he can thrive with a coach that really, shackles him to the club, uh, and keeps him from going to see Jewel at 2 in the morning. That's fucking awful. So yeah, obviously Garcia has only been there for like 2 weeks, so yeah, he's still trying stuff as it's shown by his fourth captain in 4 matches. Um, he he said that he was wrong. He assumed that he was wrong with the team composition, and that most players. I mean, it's my own opinion, but most players, I don't think that they are well aware that each and every match they are playing right now, until December already, is a race for them to stay in Marseille, because sure, the winter transfer market window, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, sure, it's not when the big players are going to be exchanged, traded and all that, but it's when a shit player is going to leave the club. That is for sure. But yeah, and it will be even worse in the second part of the season, when there are going to be some recruits, maybe 3, maybe 4. Let's be crazy. Let's say 5 recruits at some key positions. But still, that's going to be even tougher for the ones who are already, not drowning, but they are barely floating, putting themselves on their backs, trying their best to stay afloat. That's not, some guys like Cabela, who well, I mean, the only way he seems to be able to improve is that if he is at rock bottom, if he is the player with the worst performances, and the worst thing about it is that he's currently not. So yeah, a lot of things that didn't please me, but yeah, I mean, Alessandrini was fucking terrible, but then again, he was on another level when he administered that assist for Thauvin, who that nearly didn't get in because he headed it onto the post. Thauvin, he's just always so fucking great. Sakai wasn't bad. I mean, there was some misunderstandings that could have fucked Marseille even more, but I mean, he could have scored. He had the second goal at the end of his boot, and he just kicked it with the wrong way. But then again, he's a defender, so you know. Lopez, I mean, for a guy his age, the way he just sees the game, smells the game, feels the game is fucking amazing, and it would be one hell of a mistake to not call him for the main national team as soon as possible. I wouldn't say right now because he's been called with the U20, the under 20, but maybe around 2017, around the end of 2017, if his performances stay the same, could be very well worth it. Try it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And yeah, I mean, Rabiar was only there for 15 minutes, but he made some interesting calls. The only problem is that, once again, as I said last time against when Marseille faced Montpellier and he was on the pitch, well, it looks like the other players don't see him, apparently, because he won't go out offside to ensure that he's got the ball. I don't know, But yeah, he made some very interesting calls. He was there proposing something, and yeah, I mean, that one time he had the goal open, and Thauvin wasn't offside. He was fucking onside. Thanks, ref. And he said, no, he's offside. No, he wasn't. Just fucking look at the. Yeah. So, but still, that's the fact that they could have eventually scored 2 more goals isn't really satisfactory, because at the end of the day, it would have been a 3-3. It would have been 1 point. Not satisfactory. Especially when you think, I mean, the only thing that is good is that it finally ends the bullshit of, yeah, Rudy Garcia hasn't conceded 1 goal in league since he's arrived. Marseille haven't conceded a goal in 3 weeks in the last 3 matches of Liga, and I'm like, yeah, but they also only scored 1, and it was against fucking Metz. They didn't score any against Paris. They didn't score any against Bordeaux. They scored 1 against Montpellier, but they lost. So yeah, to think that at one point I pushed for to go see this match because it's Montpellier and it's pretty close. Oh god, yeah. So one thing that I didn't mention at all, I've been thinking about making a reaction video for the latest Homestuck Flash, which is essentially credits in the form of with some snaps. Besides that, because it tells a story, especially with Caliborn appearing around the end. But I'm not too sure about especially reacting to short snaps. It's kind of feels wrong. So yeah, I think about it. Oh boy, I just realized that tomorrow is the final match of A against Po, and probably the final match of Together Forever. So yeah, that's gonna be something. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Oh boy, I just don't want to be tomorrow at this game. I don't know if they play first or if they play after JP faces out. We'll see.